All of my youngest, some savages running your trap, at you up with them packages. Rob you for bricks, finesse you for pounds. Fuck all that talking, they laying you down.
Alright, so Castlevania Nocturne Season 2, it was excellent, man. When I say they elevate the action, man. They did not disappoint. We got the Alucard come back, man. He came out here with the magical swords, floating and slicing people's heads off and things, knocking people through the walls and things, man. Alucard coming out nice, a little older with the white hair, a little bit more white. Not as blonde as it was before, but coming out nice and cool, man. It's still one of my favorite characters for all the Belmonts. Speaking of Belmont, Richter Belmont. Coming out here with the flaming fist out here boxing, giving hands. Cause I know before season 1, when he had no magic powers, he coming out full force in this one, bro. He coming out with the icicles, grabbing the whip, doing lightning attacks. I was like, oh, slow down, buddy. He got here killing them. All right, so currently in this season 2, we got two storylines. Well, more than 2 storylines. We got like 3-4 storylines, but the main characters that we actually care about, Richter, Annette, and Alucard, they off on their little journey. They going out to find the magical artifact of the Egyptian magical artifact. Make sure the vampire messiah doesn't get more powerful than she actually is. They're trying to win the fight. Now we got Maria and I can't remember his name. Richter Belmont's grandfather. I'm sorry. Richter Belmont's grandfather. Can't remember his name. I'm gonna call him Old Man Joe. And he's with her, protecting her, because Maria decided to stay behind because she's a little upset at Richter. She blames him for what's going on happened to her mama. Her mama turned to a vampire and she feels like she lost her. She's going down a spiral. She's like she got no parents because her father betrayed her. She's finding out who her father is last season, and she betrayed her last season. So she's got nothing but anger, just feeling lonely, feeling lost, got no family. So that's her little story on that end. On that note, in that story, her mama visited her. Now, mama's a vampire, so you know her senses are heightened. Her humanity, it ain't really there, and she's encouraged her to go into a little dark side with her powers. You know, Maria got a little dark side. She got. I ain't gonna lie to you. She got more powerful. So she went to visit her daddy, and she was mad. She was mad at her daddy. Her eyes turned black as the abyss of the sky. And she summoned some creatures I haven't seen. I ain't know what she could even do. I'm like, oh, okay. She summoning some small little bat things, you know, like, okay, she swarming, okay. Then she got bigger than bigger. I like, she summoned a dragon. Then some type of arachnid, human slab, or half arachnid creature. I don't know what it was, but it was monstrous, and she was tearing up some things, and then she almost died. Why she almost died? Because she almost lost control. Because with her powers, how they work. Like, if you have that same level of energy of despair and anger and all that rage, and if it just dissipates just a little bit, you don't have that same type of energy, then the monsters could turn on her, and it pretty much did. Because once she killed her father, she had a lot of other emotions, and she wasn't as angry as before. She was feeling more sadness and other emotions she was going through, and she almost died. Luckily, Grandpa Belmont was there, and he held it down, saved her, and convinced her, to help her push it back to the abyss of where it came from. We had that little scenario going on. And then we got on the other side, we're here with Belmont, got his new powers, trying to tame his showing offness, trying to be more humble. We got a little love story with the net seeing ghosts and things, and going down the spiritual realm down that part, like the Avatar. Alucard just being Alucard, you know, he just old man giving his little wisdom tone, thinking about the good old days with the original Belmont, Victor Belmont. It's like, yeah, yo, great grandfather, man, I'll miss him. He ain't around no more. We got then they go about to the villains, you know, showing out the villains. Got the I remember saying her name this whole season, so I kind of don't really remember if I'm saying this right. But Drota, you know, she died season 1, and the good old father, before he died, he revived her into one of those monster creatures thing, and she was already a vampire, so she came like a super vampire. I'm like, yeah, so she came super vampire. She came out extra strong, invincible looking, and the sun didn't affect her no more. So she didn't need the shield from the eclipse from the sun from the Vampire Messiah. They have some little flashbacks of how she became a vampire, and I kind of had a feeling that something's about to go down. I led part of the season. I'm like, I ain't feeling this, bro. I'm feeling that the true loyalty for Messiah, looking at that origin story, I started having question marks in my brain. And then they, so she went and got the artifact. You know, Alucard and her duked it out. They got a little rival going on, and she got the upper hand on him. You know, Alucard lost. You know, he got his ass booked. I mean, he held it down. But he had that ass head into him. He did. Story progression. You gotta have some ass whooping a little bit, some losses. And so that happened. Vampire Messiah got extra, a little more powerful, a little more rage boost. She became a bodybuilder. She came with it. She became a bodybuilder. Her whole face looked a little more ugly. She came out with the fierceness. I was like, okay, all right. We seeing all this progression, and then, you know, she going down attacking the good people of France. Maria again, soul searching. She's talking to Grandpa Belmont. You know, reversing those little dark side, like going back to the light. So you're seeing all the light creatures coming. Okay, that's like, you know, it's like, you know, it's a lot of emotional turmoil going on, a lot of emotion. And then going through spirit realm, she find the third spirit Egyptian god thing type of scenario, possessed her body and to affect the Vampire Messiah, because technically it was all 3 souls, almost kind of complicated type of thing. So they all meet in France. They have a 3-way, vampire versus good guy fight, and they get down. So Alucard fighting, and I say that the fights were amazing. The boss fight with the Vampire Messiah girl. What's her name? Is it Rizbet? I don't never knew how to say her name properly. Rizbet. So they went on hand, and I tell you, it was like a video game fight like Devil May Cry. It was a video game fight like Devil May Cry. Like they was tag teaming. It was like a raid, bro. They was sipping the whip. Alucard coming around from the sky, holding off the swords. Annette was still possessed, so she was just there, kind of like disorienting her. So she didn't really fight like that. But Maria, she came out with the light side magical creatures. She has some new creatures. She has like light side dragon, fairy, little fire things coming at her. I'm like, whoo, like the fight was ridiculous. It was tag team, and she wasn't dying. Look, technically she should have died like 10, 17 times, But because her little power boost, she was just a little more immortal, and she was just taking it. She was swinging and she came back up, trying to fight, swing at him, knocked him down a little bit. That was bleeding, battered. I was like, man, what they gonna do? Then Dolce, she came out the corner after she was, worn down. She's like, yo, help me out. She's like, nah. I want your power. I want the power. I want to be the true Messiah. I want to be the true God. And she was like, but you serve me. Now, you saw the flashback. She turned her to a vampire. She's like, nah. I had no just objectives the whole time. Grabbed her. She turned to the new vampire Messiah, super juiced up. And then they tired. They looking like, dang. Here we gotta do this again? Round number 2, we tied. They look tired. Going at it. Alucard eyes turn bright red. He turns super more powerful. We got the red flames going. I'm like, you have more power in you? Let's go. Get that Dracula blood going, baby. Went in. They started flipping and running and flipping. I'm like, bro, I don't know what they gonna do, man, but it going here, going crazy, baby. It's going crazy. So, and so after they beat up the big bad boss, they gave out a nice little decent ending where if they got lit for another season, they could go further with it, or it can be kind of like open ended, like that's it, that's the end. So they definitely did a good, decent ending. Richter ended up, off sailing with the net and doing who knows whatever adventure and fighting they gonna do with her friend, with the night creature, going out there singing and things like that. Then we got the flip side of the with Maria and Alucard and Grandpa Belmont out there. They all doing their thing. Looks like Maria still got that dark side in there. It was an execution, all people executing people that all helped the vampires, and they was feeling that. They was like, she was like, good, let them die. Alucard was looking at her down her like, damn, I know you had the dark side in her. Looking at her soul like, you need some healing. Then we got the vampire mom. She she just doing her. She looked like she got some, there's a dark spirit that was looming out the whole entire show with the net, and it looks like that dark spirit kind of took a hold of Tara a little bit, and I think she might go crazy as a vampire. Little whispers in her ear talking about, doing some atrocities that she normally wouldn't have done. So we don't know. She said she was trying to find herself. Hopefully she don't get possessed or taken over. Hopefully she finds herself and kind of be in between, but who knows? She ain't human no more. So season 3 had a lot of if they decide to do a season 3, I hope they do. They have a lot of room to work with, a lot of story to go about and tackle. And the new villain, who knows what the new villain is gonna be, but we got some story left, some story we can dive into our teeth. But I do say yes, I say 10 out of 10 character development, 100 animation, beautiful. Like I said, you can have tears coming down your eyes for how beautiful they look, bro. The action, the nice time of a comedy, all that good stuff. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead, hit that button on the Netflix and watch it. I say it's 10 out of 10 with me, in my opinion. It was a great show. All right. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you good, beautiful people next time.